There are, of course, so many people in town who may either know me from distance, may not even know my personality, but who may be making up their judgments from hearsay. So I hope this Parley will be able to bridge some of that gaps. My father is from Ikorodu, Itumoja in particular, from Ashekuloye, family of Ogori, of the Ashekuloye, royal family of Itumoja, who are descendants of Oba Dagurewe of Idowa, Adeyoruwa Egunfoye of Igbogo. That is my mother. I was born in Lagos. I started my primary school at Salvation Army Primary School, it's Moja there. From there, I attended LASCA, we call it, Lagos Senatorial Commercial Academy at Parley. Spent 2 years. And from there, I moved to Ebenezer Grammar School in Ilesha, where I completed my secondary school education. Thereafter, I attended Federal School of Science, Onikan, Lagos. The intention was to do my GC Advance, but I only spent 1 year, and I took the preliminary examination of the University of Ife. I was admitted, and in 1972, I was in University of Ife, where I read agriculture. I finished in 1976, did my youth service. At the same time, I had the offer of Lagos State Ministry of Agriculture. I have an offer. So I left Chartered Accountancy just after those 2 weeks at La Paz House in Goshiri, and I started with agriculture. In agriculture, fortunately by providence, I was posted as agricultural officer to Imotapa settlements. That made me to come to Ikorodu. And since 1977, I have remained in Ikorodu. I have lived in Ikorodu. And the outcome today, I give thanks to God. Because by providence, God has placed me maybe to play a role in this town. After spending about 2-3 years in the ministry, I was not completely satisfied. I wanted to be an academician. What I see in the ministry, I think it is more routine and not tasking my intelligence and creativity. So I said, look, let me go for a master's degree, do my PhD, and become a lecturer. And I applied to the University of Ibadan to read economics, pure economics this time. I was offered. And before then, I transferred my service to Lagos State Polytechnic as a lecturer. I want to be in an academic environment. You know, the question I'm trying to answer, I'm trying to give you now is what made me what I am. What made me what I am was another thing that influenced my life, apart from my mom, who showed love to me, real love, genuine love to me. Then another that spoke to my life was the University of Ife I attended. I saw in University of Ife lush green garden. I saw beautiful architecture, beautiful iconic buildings. I saw a very serene, conducive environment for learning. And from there, I made up my mind, I want to live in such an environment. Quiet, serene, green environment. So Ife, apart from my mom, Ife spoke to my life to make me what I am. So when after my youth service, I found myself in Ikorodu, I started working. I moved to the Polytechnic as a lecturer. And as a lecturer, my size was not different from my students. we are all the same size. So I interacted, I flow easily. So I was appreciated for that. At the end of the day, I rose to become the acting head of the department. After doing that for so long, I said, look, should I continue? I always ask myself the question, is this the way I want to go? I said, no, let me do something different. I was restless as a young person. Let me do something different. It could do community, let us be part of, I want to must do something. I'm a negotiator. No, let me leave this a paid job, salary job, no. So I tendered my resignation. 3 things spoke to my life. I said, my mom, University of Ife, then Rotary Club, under NRC SDP. I was NRC. I contested for the chairmanship of the Kogi local government. The Kogi local has won. I lost. In 1999, I contested for the House of Assembly under AD. The Oba prevailed on me that I should step down. And I stepped down. The king has said, and he prayed for me. I said, I love you, no, I'm not going further. I accept. 1999, isn't it? Well, I met to came. I was made a commissioner, 4th term, 2nd term. In 2011, I wanted to contest for the House of Rep. But no sooner I went out and I got the feedback from the society, I withdrew. Because I felt I should not be competing with some other people that also raised that aspiration at that time. I felt no, I should not be running around with some people. No, I want to keep my integrity. I want to keep my car. I'm not desperate, but I'm not. God has blessed me from what my mother has given to me, education, from nothing to build a school, to care for the society. All my mother has given to me, I want to give back to my society. So I'm not desperate at all. And I found myself in this environment doing agriculture, and I saw people in this environment with glaring poverty written everywhere in everybody. Abject poverty. And I imagined, what can I do for my people? I'm in Ikorodu. I'm from Ikorodu. How can I impact my environment? How can I be a change agent of positive influence my environment? I decided I'm not agriculture. You see, when you occupy a position, the position is not for yourself. It's not for your ego. It's not for your aggrandizement. It's not to amass wealth, because all that is vanity. If you die and you don't impact in the life of people, you are nothing. People just forget you. Our Lord Jesus Christ, He did not build a house, He did not marry, He did not build, but up to today, you remember Him. Prophet Muhammad, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, up to today, He's remembered. If we don't see all those words, people will see Mandela, we remember him. You remember him. Azikiwe, Sadauna, you remember, don't you? Because of what they have done. So, I see in the Pepe, selfless person, a religious person, very religious, a philosopher, somebody who care and will spend his resources. All those who God given him, if you stay with Pepe, if he receives 10 calls, 9 out of those calls is for people seeking for help, financial help. And then we say transfer every day. Even before election, this is a guy who had meditated upon it. So I accept it, and that's why I'm out. Today, inviting members of the press to formally declare my intention to you, through you to the people of Ikorodu, my intention to run for the Senate seat of Lagos State Senatorial District. Please, in doing so, there are people that will be, of course, there will be many people who will be against that aspiration for one reason or the other. One reason or the other. My message is message of peace, of reconciliation, of understanding. I will not charge any of my friends, my followers, to support me by engaging anybody negatively, by confronting anybody. No, I will not do that. No confrontation. Rather, you educate people, inform people with humility, tell people how this journey, how we have done to get to this journey for the good of everybody, and let us evaluate each person by who they are and what they represent and what they have done. So I thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I want to say a big thank you that you are here, because we called you, you answered. We thank you that as we start on this journey, that we would be able to count on you. And I want to borrow his word, that together we will build. It's a new dawn for us at Lagos State Senatorial. And you can be rest assured that Lagos East Senatorial is in safe hands, is in trusted hands, and it can only be the beginning of the best years for us at Lagos East Senatorial District. Chief Kaoli, Olatunji, Olusanya has given his word. One or two I will borrow. He's an investor in lives. I want to say he's a natural born national builder. Because I thank each and every one of us. I pray that the good Lord keeps you and perfects all that concerns also. And together, we're starting with family. It's not a one-man project. We're going to do all this together. God bless you all. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.